What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Raid the Shadow Legends video, and in this video we are back to take a look at the Gloom Eater path, as this event has some very interesting rewards. Not only we have up to a 5-star soul on Kamir, but we also have Eternal Soul, Mythical books, Legendary books, and of course the Gleaming Fire Gems. These are mythical relic materials that you can only get from the battle passes. And they have some of the best relics in the game. We are talking about the Dread Bomb, we are talking about Bane of Centranus, and we have a few more. All of them are very strong. So Immortal Visage, Dread Bomb, we have Bane of Centranus, Blades of Akumori. This is also going to be very powerful next month when they change the Provoke and Mercurial. And I think there is one of them, Andromeda's, yeah, I think it's this one, Diadem. Very powerful. So all these relics are very strong, and once again you can only get them through the battle pass, so it's something that it's every 2 months, right? Also we have a very strong lineup of champions, so you might be motivated in order for you to summon on this event. We're going to take a look at these champions in a second, and I'm going to give you all the information that you need to know in order for you to make your mind if you're going for this path or not. Once again, the rewards are very unique. It's not that often that we find mythic relic materials for this group, and the lineup on the progressive is also pretty decent. So once again, we're going to break down all the information that you need to know, what kind of costs you might have, and then you let me know in the comments if you're going for it or not. So as always, if you guys like information on these videos, make sure you guys share the videos and the channel with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Raid Challenges content, and make sure you smash that like button like a boss. Okay, so first off, we're gonna take a look at the path, and if you are looking for the soul of Kamir, you are going to need a lot of keys. So we have one key right here. It requires 2 keys to unlock the first lock. Then we have one additional key and one additional key for the 4-star soul and the 5-star soul. These keys, they cost around 9,000 each. The ones in the middle cost a little bit less. And then in terms of the other rewards, you have to go all the way for the mythical relic materials and for the mythical tomes, but those are not going to require you keys. The same goes for the big eternal soul right here at the bottom. And you can see that throughout your journey, from going from the top to the bottom, you are going to get always mythical relic materials. No, I wish, right? You are going to get always relic materials for this group. So epics, legendaries, and then you get to the mythicals. So you are always adding up to your stock of mythical mats. Okay, so depending on which is your goal, we set up 4 different goals. Or 5, we got the Eternal Soul, we got the mythical books, the mythical relic materials, and also the soul. And we have all this separated for our calculator. So yeah, there is nothing special about the paths. If you are going for the soul, you need the keys. If you are not going for the soul, you don't need keys, and you can just go as you please. But if you go to the side to go through here, notice that you can jump sometimes, right? So for example, here in the middle, you can jump from this side to this side, and it will save you like 1,000, so it's like whatever. Okay, anyway, so let's take a look at this lineup of champions that we have, and then we're going to take a look at the numbers. So first off, we have Grukta, and she's very solid, very strong AoE damage with all of her abilities. She has also some insane survivability because every time she crits, she's healing herself, and if she's at full health, she converts that into speed bar, which is pretty crazy. And she can also get extra turns with kills. One thing that confuses me about this champion is that she stacks HP and defense for some reason, which is kind of weird. So first it, okay, decreases. Okay, so my bad. Decreases the defense. Now it makes sense. And it also destroys the max HP. So this is pretty solid. 60% max HP destroy. That's absolutely ridiculous. She does very good damage. She buffs herself with crit damage and shatter, but she's attack based, so she still needs someone to buff her attack. And she also scales this ability. Every time you kill someone, you are going to get 10% more attack. So if you are going to take her for some wave content, then she can get really lunatic with the damage she does. So don't let the visuals surprise you because she's really, really strong. Okay, let's move on to the next champion, which is even stronger. We have Vestal Riverthorn, and she's absolutely insane. I got demolished by her so many times. She can solo teams, yes, even for attack-based champions, she can solo teams. She buffs herself with unkillable and counter attacks. She applies AoE weaken. I think she stacks as well. Then she can give her team 30% turn meter, which is absolutely insane. And if she doesn't, she's gonna get the extra turn, which is also pretty solid. Double hit with her attacks, and because she does counter attacks, again, she's great at breaking Mercurial. Her multipliers are absolutely insane, and this is one of my most wanted characters. She also has 30% damage reduction if she has more attack than the enemy, which she should have. And if she has less than 50%, she has 50% chance to deal 100% more damage to enemies whose attack is equal or lower than this champion, right? So she's going to do pretty much more damage on everyone else. Her damage is crazy. If you don't have Raya, she's a good replacement, or maybe even better. I'm not sure who's better, if it's Raya or her. So yeah, that's a pretty big deal. But if you get either of them, you're gonna destroy the Sylvan Watchers faction wars. Okay, then we have Maria, Sanguine Maria. She's amazing for PvP like Vestal, but at a higher tier. I would say that Vestal is good everywhere. Sanguine Maria is just a little bit better for PvP. She has insane damage. She can get multiple turns if she has 3 buffs. Then she can do insane damage as well with this ability. 99% ignore defense with a lockout if you kill the enemies. You can get multiple turns in PvP with this ability. And her passive gives her 99% damage reduction for a while, which makes her pretty strong. So yeah, she can solo a bunch of content on the right gear. And she's pretty brutal. I have her on my account. I love to play with her, whether it is on dungeons and on PvP. The only problem she has is the only problem all these champions have is that they are affinity based, right? If they would be void, they would be absolutely insane. Okay, so then we have Uugo of the Jade. This was a champion that was a little bit overhyped, but because he's a premium champion, no one was ever able to get him, like Vestal and like Grukta. So there are not many showcases of him, so the little hype that there was about him is gone. He's also like very stone skin related, like old meta. He's also based on getting extra turns. He's great together with Tolin, because both of them get extra turns, and that buffs Tolin as well. But yeah, this guy never got anywhere, but if you get him, like, he's a decent damage dealer, but like, dwarves are so stacked, it doesn't really matter. Wallmaster Authorion is a great damage dealer for Hydra. He buffs himself with attack, speed, and accuracy. Max HP enemy, okay. He also applies block buffs, so again, value for Hydra. But I'm not a big fan of him. I'm going to be honest. It's like, whatever, like, we have so many damage dealers for Hydra. Don't get me wrong, like, he's amazing if you get him, like, within your first year of raid. But after that, like, we probably have other options as well, so yeah. In terms of the rares, all the epics are good. This guy is a damage dealer. This guy is a buffer. Deacon Armstrong, one of the best epics in the game. Probably better than legendaries, and Seeker is also pretty nice as well, so either option is good. Now, in terms of the voids, we have Augustine, and Augustine got demolished as soon as Mercurial got into the game. He has a very good aura for arena and for everywhere, yes. Removes all buffs from the enemies, applies a snare, which stops the enemies from getting speed bar. Decreases turn meter of all enemies, but if they have stone skin or Mercurial, this does not work. This will ignore block debuffs, but okay, it's nothing special. Increases accuracy, applies intercept, fills the turn meter of all allies, but unfortunately it's on a 4-turn cooldown. If this was on a 3-turn, I mean, it's kind of on a 3-turn, right? Because you are getting the extra turn. But intercept is a PvP buff that now with Mercurial it has less relevancy. So yeah, allies receive 25% less damage from enemies under block damage, unkillable, perfect veil, and stone skin. So this passive is actually very, very strong nowadays because of Mavara. So it's a good counter against Mavara because she's giving veil to everyone. And here we have block active skills to a single target plus steal of 5% turn meter for each buff they have. So can be pretty solid, but again, it's like super situational. He's a decent champion, don't get me wrong, but he's nothing too crazy. This guy is nothing special, so skip. And Sulfurion is a solid reviver, but I think his time is over, right? He was very strong against Stone Skin because HP Burn destroys Stone Skin, and he applies HP Burn, but yeah, nothing special. 5-turn AoE revive with extra turn, okay. The extra turn is to help you to cycle through the other abilities. This one, for example, is a 5-turn down to 3, but with that extra turn, it feels like 2, right? We have a shield, we have that HP Burn. This is a place, so he's never gonna weak hit, hopefully, I think. And attacks fill this champion turn meter by 15%, also fills the turn meter of all allies except this champion by 10% when the target is under HP burn, and the passive fills the turn meter of allies by 5% for each HP burn. So again, very important applying these HP burns. Increase the speed of this champion by 7 for each active HP burn debuff. So he's kind of annoying because you have to build him with a lot of accuracy. And he's a reviver, right? So you have to give him the same gear that you have probably with your Ilvi. So yeah, but I think Ilvi is better because she has the block damage. So there you go. Okay, so all these champions are somewhat decent, the ones we mentioned. The epics, you go for her. She's a good damage dealer. This guy is used for Makage fusion, and after that he is irrelevant. So there you go. Those are the champions I would go for. Okay, now let's go back to the calculator here. So here we have all the points and all the keys, all the paths that we take, and I put here our targets. So our targets, mythical relics, we have one side, then we have both sides, eternal soul, then we have the Kamir red stars, and we have Kamir at 5 red stars, and then we have the mythical books. So I made the calculator here, so you have an idea how much money you are going to spend, right? So if you want let's imagine that you want the mythical relics, right? So 95,000 points. That's going to be this many shards. So 31,000 mystery shards, 300 ancient shards, 127 voids, 53 primals, and 21 sacreds. Bro, oh my god, 21 sacreds. Are those mythic relic materials worth 21 sacreds? Yes, if you have guaranteed. If it was guaranteed Dread Bomb, yes, absolutely. If it was guaranteed Dread Bomb, yes. But because it's not guaranteed, then F that, bro. It's F that. Okay, so this would set you back $400 worth of sacred shards, $250 of primals, $330 worth of voids, and $350 worth of ancients. And I made this so you can see that when people tell you that using sacred shards is like the cheapest option, that's bullshit. That's actually a scam. So especially if you buy shards, you have to pay attention to these numbers, as this is very important because it gives you a real value of what you are doing, right? So again, this is how much each type of shards would cost you if you want those mythical relic materials. So if you really want these, go for the primal shards because you'll see it's much cheaper than anything else. Okay, let's imagine you want the mythical books. So it's going to be pretty similar, right? We are talking about $300 worth of primals, almost $500 worth of sacreds, and $350 worth of voids. Yikes. Okay, let's take a look at the 3 stars for Kamir. That might be the goal for some people. $100 worth of sacreds, which is 5 sacreds. Then we have $80 worth of voids, 30 voids. Not bad, right? Not bad. And then the other ones you see on the screen. We have the Eternal Soul, so here we have 59.50. So if you are going for the big rock, you are going to spend $250 worth of resources. Now, you are getting a little bit of rewards extra, right? We are getting some relic materials and whatever else here, but it's nothing special. It's really nothing special. Here we have like, this is like $5, maybe less. Here, this one, okay, just 50, you cannot even use a full one. And then we have 5 dusts, like, bro, these 5 dusts are very inflated. I don't know. So even that, it's not like the craziest price ever, it's not great, right? You are trading $250 for $50 worth of rewards. It does not make any sense, right? And that's why when you play Raid, you want to invest on events like this, but that allow you to complete other events, right? Because if it's not the case, then you are going to get shafted. Unless you are lucky and get like Vestal. But even so, talking about like $400 of sacreds to maybe get Vestal, maybe not. 20 secrets, even 20 secrets is not a guaranteed drop, so that's a big deal. You get the Mercy after 12, but you can open like 40 secrets and your Mercy does not activate. And this is something that people don't understand about the numbers, is that it can get really, really high. So watch out, because the guaranteed the guaranteed Mercy Sacred is it can go very, very deep. Okay, so once again, if you want the Mythic Relic materials, you have to spend around 20 secrets, which is insanely high. If you want the mythical books, it's going to be around the same price. If you are going for the 3-star soul, we are talking about 5 secrets, around that. 23,000, right? 5 secrets, okay. And anything beyond that. So 41, 250 for the 4-star soul. Should you get a 4-star soul for him? No, he's a reviver, so F that. So you have 9 secrets, and if you want to go all the way, we are looking at 85. 85, bro. That's gonna be 20 secrets. Kamir is a good champion. He's not amazing. He's a good champion, but he's a reviver. He does not apply any negative effects. He doesn't do like anything crazy or fancy or anything like that. Kamir, so we have a speed out in all battles, okay. AoE revive on a 4-turn cooldown with increased defense and increased strength, but this only applies if you revive, so that's pretty terrible. Fill the turn meter by 25 with decreased attack and decreased speed, that's pretty solid. And then the basic restores max HP that was destroyed. Nothing special. Whenever enemies get killed, this guy gets speed bar and heal, so it's like he has a demonic visage. I think that's the name of the relic. It's a purple epic relic. From the Chimera group, I think. So again, he's solid. He has like a relic on his passive, but it's not like even the best relic, right? It's like an epic relic, so okay. Again, he's pretty decent, but nothing too crazy. He does not, once again, he does not apply any negative effects. So anything above a 3 stars for him, it's kind of like whatever. And then the only thing that really makes difference is the 6-star. And this guy is definitely not worth the 6-star. But there you go, guys. That's all the information that I have for you today. And as always, if you guys liked information on these videos, make sure you guys share the videos and the channel with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Raid Challenges content. And I will catch you guys later.